Hi, I'm Deathlake. In this video I'm going to be doing a rant after watching the terrible American remake of Death Note in their movie. This is the second time around I tried to film this video because I've accidentally deleted the videos, so here it goes. They didn't even include this in the American version of how Light hides his notebook in the drawer. So why would he be afraid of it being missing? Because this part wasn't included, and I'm guessing Light in this new American version is not as intelligent. In the American version, why is he just having it laying around that his little girlfriend was able to even find it? I'm going to start off talking about Light, their portrayal of Light. Okay, in the anime, manga, and even I believe in the Japanese version of the movie, Light has brown hair. In the American version, he has blonde hair for some reason. In the anime and manga version, Light is the one that is calm, collected, intelligent. He's the one that gets chased by the girl, whereas in the American version, for some reason, he's portrayed as an idiot that chases the girl. But for some reason, in the American version, he's the one that chases the girl and has some weird romantic feelings for this person. In the American version, they're still in the high school setting for some reason, whereas in the anime and manga, I believe he's already left the high school setting not long, and then most of it is just in the uni. And that he takes his entry exams, and that's how he meets L. But in the movie, L just bursts in the restaurant where he's just researching. The American version portrayal of L was very irritating. For example, in the anime, manga, and even the Japanese version of the movie, L has black hair and pale, pasty skin, and he is calm and collected. Basically, L looks like an emo. In the American version, they butchered L. For example, where was his lovable emo hair and pale, pasty skin? And it looked like he's got eyeliner on, but it's just bags under his eyes. But for some reason, in the American version, they portrayed him as like wearing a random ninja outfit. He doesn't even have a... They didn't even have him have a hunchback or anything, and when they had him talk through the computer or laptop, they didn't even muffle his voice, whereas in the anime they muffled his voice. They didn't even bother doing that. I think they did that in the Japanese version as well. They muffled the voice. But in the American movie version of Death Note, they didn't even bother to muffle the voice, and he was so irrational. Him just busting open, he's looking all afraid, whereas in the anime and manga and the Japanese version of the movies, he's all calm. He's all calm with a neutral expression, whereas in the American version, he's just all scared, all jumpy, all irrational, like getting the gun out of nowhere to try and shoot Light. And if that watari person, I can't pronounce the name, were to die in the anime and manga, I doubt this L would have went out and got a gun and did that. I think he would just try and investigate and do it more smartly. Whereas the L in the movie version, they just portray him as a chaotic, crazy person that needs to get his own way. That so desperately needs to get his own way. He's all childish, and it's a bit odd that they mention how they put him in a. It's a bit odd that they mention they put him in some sort of vault for several months to test his character. But clearly, in the American version, his character is broken. They caught the candy eating aspect, but for example, in the anime and manga, they got L to get a proxy to appear on the news, and he didn't show up himself. Whereas in the American version, they got L to show up himself. In the anime and manga version, they got a proxy, and that proxy got killed off. Whereas in the American version, no one got killed off in the news. They got L to show up for some reason, and then I doubt from L's characterization, why would he show up on the live news? But for some reason in the American version, they just got him to show up to like taunt Kira. Whereas in the anime and manga version, they had an actual purpose to show evidence that Kira was from a certain location. However, in the American version, they just pulled that idea out their arse of the location, it just seems. They've really completely butchered the characterization. For example, Light's family structure. Where is his sister? Why is his mother suddenly dead in the American version? They just try to make more of an excuse of why Light was trying to kill people off. For example, in the original anime manga version, he wasn't a pussy. He didn't get pressured by Ryuk to write the names down. He did it himself. He even showed off to Ryuk like a whole list of names before he even showed up. Whereas in the American version, they got Ryuk to seem like the bad guy, to pressure him into writing the names down, whereas it was furthest from the truth. Because he just looked curious to see, what would happen in the anime or manga. Whereas in the movie, it just seems like he's just a demon trying to get Light to kill a bunch of people. And he's like not much people either. He didn't even kill much people in the American version. In the American version, they made Light into a pussy, just screaming in the classroom, with everything all wrecked. Whereas in the anime manga version, it was all chill. Ryuk just sneaked into his bedroom like, yo. In the American version, they just got Light to overreact and just screaming like a damn pussy. And it really does set his character completely different from the anime and manga. In the American version, he's just weak and controllable. There was just no need for them to have no mother in the American version, no sister. I'm guessing maybe they did it for a shorter budget. Less actors to hire if they have no mother or sister. In the American version, they made him out to be a pussy, just writing names of the bodies down. Then starting off with the name of the killer of his mother. Where it wasn't like this in the anime or manga, he just randomly killed off criminals. Just because he can. Whereas in the anime or manga, Al went around it a lot calmer and didn't trash out people's houses or show from people's houses unannounced. And it just seems like, how on earth does L able to get into Light's house to find the calculus book in the American version? In the anime and manga version, Ryuk looked quite cool with smooth, clean skin, whereas in the American version, they made him have crusty skin for some reason and trying to make him look scarier than he actually is and more demonic when he really isn't demonic. He's just chill, just bored. Whereas they just portray him such an evil character in the movie, whereas he really isn't evil. He really isn't evil in the anime or manga. He's just bored. Where was Light's famous scene where he takes potato chip and eats it? L never entered into Light's home and squirmed about, like destroying things on the table and then told all the police officers to wreck it. In the anime and manga version, L didn't go by himself, just put cameras up, the cameras and surveying. He actually got the permission of Light's father to put surveillance cameras up. Whereas in the American version, it just looked like he was a creep and just put them up. They completely missed out the scene where, does Light even bother putting a piece of paper and a piece of lead on the door in the American version? No, there was no scene about that. They just skip over it. One of my question is, why is Light's family home next to a train station? It was never like that. In the anime or manga, it was a lot more calmer. It was a lot more relatable because of the family structure of brother, sister, mother, and father. Whereas in the American version, it's just him and his father. And then a wacko girlfriend that just seems to use him and then wants to kill off his father. There was no REM, but fair enough. I think they're doing a Netflix TV series, so I'm guessing she could come later on, but it doesn't seem like she will come at all, because if that Mia character in the American version is Misa, then how is she gonna pop up? I'm hoping that Mia is not a Misa. I'm hoping Mia is not Misa, because how is Rem gonna pop up? How? Like half the story's missing, because half the stories is in Misa and Rem. I'm hoping Mia in the American version is just the girlfriend Light has that he just kills off in the. I think it's in the movie. I think it's just a friend he meets up in the manga version. I can't quite remember about the anime version. I think it's closer to the manga. Whereas in the American version, the girl just plays him. Can't forget about the actual Death Note itself. Like in the anime and manga, and I believe in a Japanese version of the movie, all of the rules was at the back of the Death Note, whereas for some reason it's in the pages of the Death Note in the American version. They had some random ass rule that if you burn you can only burn one page, and if you burn it they come to life. In the American version they're just adding things like that, but fair enough, but just why? And why do they just die after 2 days? If it's a bit odd that they die after 2 days. I know that in the anime and manga version, I think he can control them only for 2 days, but can schedule their deaths in months in advance, whereas it doesn't seem so in the American version. In the American version, it seems like 2 days is the time limit, otherwise they'll just die. Whereas there was no time limit in the anime or manga version. He scheduled it months in advance, but 2 days, unless I'm remembering wrong, then he can control them, but he definitely scheduled them in advance in the anime and manga, but there was no schedule. It doesn't seem to be that much scheduling in the American version. In the movie, it just seems really rushed, and they didn't even introduce L properly. They just walk into his room, and then there he was. There was no introductions of the individual investigators in the American version of the movie, whereas there was a slow build-up in the manga and anime. If Mia was actually Misa, that means Mia had brown hair. It doesn't even have blonde hair like Misa. I'm hoping it's a different character, but I'm guessing that it's the same person, but changed the name, because they did, after all, change the name of Light's surname. What was Yagami? But then this changed his surname to Turner. Turner, out of all things. And then to pick out the name Kira, they stuck with the name Kira, but they just say, oh, it's a Japanese version name. At least they stuck with the name Kira, I guess, but they changed lots of characters' names. In the anime and manga, they made L as a neutral character. You didn't really hate him. He was like a lovable character. Whereas in the American version, they portrayed him as the worst character ever, like the villain. When he really isn't. The way he interacts with other characters in the American version is just appalling. They keep making him act so rashly in the American version. Just lashing out at people. Very childish. He is childlike, but not to that degree in the anime and manga. Very calm and collected. I forgot to talk about this guy. I can't quite pronounce his name. For example, in the American version, for some reason they kept that as the real name, when it really isn't his real name. And then they just killed him straight off in the movie. I'm just thinking, why would he reveal his real name anyway? But in the American version, they've clearly just do that to make... But in the American version, they could have just made that the real name to further the plot, and that's the lazy way out. Whereas it seems more logical, like they did in the anime manga, that was just his alias, and that was his real name, that you later find out after Rem kills him off. But I'm guessing they're just getting rid of all of that, just to make L seem like a manic, crazy, irrational person. Just going after, falling into Light's trap, basically, it seems like. In the anime and manga version, they meet at the stands of the uni, after giving their speech, after finding out they both got 100%. Whereas in the American version, L just bursts in where Light is sitting in a cafe, researching. And at this stage, Light is still in high school in the American version. In the American version, they also included an unnecessary rule that only the user can see the Shinigami, whereas in the anime or manga, everyone that touches the Death Note can see the Shinigami. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my face page for more content. And please do comment below what your thoughts about the American version of Death Note is. Oh god, it was so terrible. Thank you for watching.